Instagram teen accounts have automatic protections for what teens see and who can contact them, plus time management tools. And Instagram will continue adding built-in safety features to help create age-appropriate experiences. Learn more about teen accounts and Instagram's ongoing work to protect teens online at instagram.com/teen accounts.
Sunday morning. With us today is Senator George Borrello from Chautauqua County in upstate New York. And he tells us what the heck is going on in all of New York State. Well, George Borrello, what's up today?
Well, we had a tragic accident last August near Batavia, New York, in Genesee County, in the western New York area. And it was a New York City-based tour bus that was carrying Chinese tourists. And the bus ended up rolling over, and tragically 5 people died, along with 49 people that were injured. This was all over the news back then. But this driver, who they had a difficult time locating to actually hold him accountable for this for what happened here, is being charged with 5 counts of manslaughter. And in Genesee County Court, the district attorney, they had to provide an interpreter in Mandarin Chinese because he could not speak or understand English at all. Now, what was very concerning about this is that he was issued a commercial driver's license by New York State. This is a license that everyone has to get, that transports people, that transports hazardous materials and semi-trucks, and this is a very stringent, normally a very stringent process to get trained and licensed by New York State, so you can drive 70,000-pound vehicles that have, in some cases, dangerous chemicals in it. This is a very, very serious concern. We do not know how someone who cannot speak English was able to get this New York State commercial driver's license, the CDL license. And it's very, very concerning. And this is not an isolated issue, unfortunately. You've seen this happening, across the country. The vast majority of these questionable CDL licenses are issued in New York and California. We've had tragedies here in New York. You saw, I believe it was Florida, where a non-citizen driver killed someone because he made an illegal U-turn in the middle of a road. And this is something that has to be investigated. It's causing deaths and injuries across this country, but it's very concentrated as to where these illegitimate CDL licenses are coming from, primarily New York and California.
I mean, that is mind-boggling that they allow people that don't speak English, can't read a sign, to be driving a truck that weighs 70,000 pounds at 70 miles an hour, which is, can kill people.
Absolutely. And, the people that want to shamelessly defend this will point to the green light law. The green light law was something that was passed and signed by Andrew Cuomo that allowed non-citizens, to get driver's licenses. But these are not but specifically commercial driver's licenses were exempt from the green light law. And that's the most concerning part. So that they won't use this excuse that we allow non-citizens, but you still have to pass the basic test. You still have to pass every single test when it comes to being able to speak and understand English so that you can read road signs. But in the case of a commercial driver's license, that is an even higher threshold that has to be reached, including competency. I'm hearing stories from around my district. One story that a mayor in one of the local villages told me was that during a snowstorm, a truck driver could not speak English, got his truck stuck in the middle of Main Street, and the sheriff, who actually himself was a CDL licensed driver, had to come and get and maneuver the truck because the driver couldn't figure out how to do it himself and couldn't communicate in English. So this is happening in our rural communities. It's happening on our major roadways, and I'm sure it's happening in New York City.
So I'm asking a simple question. Did somebody in the system give permission for the clerk to give out those licenses, or is the clerk that stupid?
Well, I would appear that there is definitely some kind of I would call it a conspiracy. The fact that for political reasons, people are passing out CDL license to unqualified drivers. Now, it probably starts with some kind of a fraudulent CDL school, a commercial driver's license school that's fraudulent. That's just handing out certificates to people. But it's up to New York State DMV to determine whether or not these people are actually qualified. And if they can't speak in English and they can't understand the forms they're supposed to be signing and they cannot read roadsides, then they should absolutely not be issued a CDL license. So there's no doubt that New York State, for political reasons, are passing out these licenses to clearly unqualified people.
Unbelievable. It's just, you scratch your head sometimes and just say the words unbelievable. Anything else you want to tell our listening audience this Sunday morning?
Well, we just had this week in Albany the Senate and Assembly one-house budgets drop. This is basically the start of the negotiations to adopt a final budget here in Albany. And after the governor put a record-breaking budget out at $260 billion, that wasn't good enough for my Senate Democrat colleagues. They dropped a bill that adds an additional 11% on top of last year's adopted budget and is giving authority to Mayor Mamdani to raise taxes and cause more pain in New York City, including a surcharge on property taxes, as well as increases on corporate taxes and business taxes, and which will drive more people out of New York City and New York State, employers, families, and the ripple effect of these tax increases are going to result in cost increases that will touch every single New Yorker at every level of income. So this is just to satisfy this radical socialist agenda that Mayor Mamdani is pushing, and will be to the detriment, once again, of the people of New York City and New York State.
Don't they realize that people are just going to say, I'm going to move to Tennessee, I'm going to move to Carolinas, I'm going to, All right, we've said it all. Senator Borrello from Chautauqua County, thank you so much for coming on this Sunday morning.
Thank you as well.